Guys doing? I hope that this video will reach you guys in good health and strength, filled with lots of love, joy, peace, and happiness, and all of the good things that life has to offer, in spite of all the craziness that's going on around us. I know I'm whispering because it's a little late. It's after 11, probably 11:30 or something, and I'm home and I'm a little bored. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm gonna go to bed after this. I just wanted to record this video because I'm like sitting down, scrolling through my phone, watching some YouTube videos, trying to watch some Murder She Wrote on Netflix. I don't know. And I'm like, I want to make a video, but I don't know what to talk about. And I was thinking also about, some instances that has occurred in my life when it comes to dealing with people, especially people of my own nationality. I love my Guyanese people, but it's some things about us that I really don't like, and I wanted to make this video. Some of us, Guyanese people can be very ungrateful at times, and maybe it's the people that I know. I don't know. I don't know if any other person that's maybe Guyanese or that's not Guyanese that has dealt with people like this, but I feel like Guyanese people can be so ungrateful at times. I remember I was leaving Guyana, and usually when I'm coming back over here, I try to give things that I know that I won't be using to other people, because I figure, why not share, because my mom taught me sharing is caring, and it's nice to share with others instead of holding on to things and knowing that you're not going to use it just cause you want to be selfish and stuff like that. So I remember I had left this palette, eyeshadow palette, for someone, and I'm sitting thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what, this person never told me thank you. It's like, whoa. And I didn't, it didn't dawn on me until now, and I'm like, wow, this person never even said, thank you so much for this thing or not, because, and I don't like that. I really don't. I remember also another story, kind of person where I would do as much as I can to help other people. I don't mind doing it, but I won't put in that effort if I feel like you're using me, and I feel like, I don't know if I'm being too sensitive, but I feel like some of the Guyanese people back home, they don't really know how to be grateful, because I don't know what their thought process is, with people that live outside of Guyana, especially like in the North American countries, in the more industrialized countries, America, Canada, the UK, whatever. And it's not like Guyana is doing bad or anything, right? But they would ask you to do certain things, and sometimes people don't know your situation. They don't know what you're going through, or where you are in life, and you might say, okay, you know what, let me just do this thing for someone. I know they may not know, because I've noticed that people don't ask. they don't call to ask, you know, how are you doing? Is everything fine with you? I'm just calling to check in on you. They usually, if they pick up their phone to call you, it's like they want something. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but if every time you're gonna call when you want something and not just to, you know, check in to see how whomever it is that you call, whether it's a friend, family, whatever, whomever, to see how they're doing, then it kind of looks suspect. And you know, you're over here and you're like, okay, let me, you know, if they want a little small bees, and these people like the small bees, you know, a little bit of money, and you know, you might got your little bills to pay, but it's like, okay, I'm gonna put off on this one bill just to send a little small, a fine change for this person, and you send it. And it's like you don't hear back from these people. They don't even call to say, well, I got it, thank you so much, whatever. They don't even text you. It's like it's kind of, it comes off as if they feel as though they're obligated, like you're obligated to do this thing. And I really don't like that. I don't like ungratefulness. And I remember someone did something like that to me, someone very, very close to me, and I was so angry at them because I expected better. And I told them straight, I'm like, you're so selfish and ungrateful. And they're so mad. And I'm like, I'm not apologizing for what I said. I'm apologizing for the tone that I used, but I'm not apologizing for what I said because I meant it. And if you feel bad for what I said, then that's good, because I want you to work on your character. And they're so pissed off or whatever, but I don't like that. I mean, if there's any other person that's watching this video, and you know, whether you're Guyanese or whatever country you're from, if you're from the Caribbean or another South American country and you've encountered this, I want you to leave a comment down below. Let me know. Am I being too sensitive? You know, I don't like ungratefulness. I really don't, because I mean, growing up, my mom, you know, she worked really, really hard. I'm her only child, so my mom made sure that I, you know, had a nice, comfortable life. And with God's help, of course, she worked very hard to provide a nice life for me. And I remember I used to call my grandparents a lot. They lived over here at the time, and my granddad had called and said, oh, he's coming to Guyana. And he was like, what do you want? And I was always the type of person, I still am, I don't like asking for anything. So even when my granddad was like, oh, what do you want, and I always wanted a camera, and I told my mom I wanted a camera. My mom, you know, she said, oh, you don't worry about it, I'm gonna buy a camera for you. So my granddad was like, what do you want to get? And I told him, I was like, oh, I would like a camera. And at the time, it was those cameras, they didn't have like the rechargeable batteries. It was those cameras where you had to buy batteries. And in Guyana, you know, you used to gotta buy the cheapy racket or whatever. But I didn't want to ask my granddad. I didn't want to tell it. I told him I didn't want anything, and he insisted. He's like, what do you want? And I told him I wanted a camera or whatever. And at that time, we didn't even have a house phone, a landline phone at home. And I got my camera. My granddad sent my camera, and in order for me to like talk to my family members and stuff, I used to go to my mom's job, and she would call. And I remember after I got my camera, I went to my mom's job on my way to school, got out of school, and I called my granddad and my grandma, and I told them thank you, because I'm like, it makes people feel, people are happy to help other people out, but it makes them feel good about what they've done when people call to say, you know, thank you so much for what you've done. It could be the littlest thing, or it could be the grandest thing. Saying thank you means a lot to folks. And I feel like Guyanese people back home, they don't know how to say thank you. They feel like you're supposed to help them out. You're supposed to do this and you're supposed to do that. And I'm not complaining. God knows it. I'm not complaining. I love to do for others. But if it makes me feel good to hear them say thank you as well. I don't like to do for others so that I can feel like I'm above them. No, not at all. But you know, just to hear thank you, you know, and then for them to actually care and to call, not to ask for anything, to call and just to see how you're doing, you know. I haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on? Is everything good with you? What's up? Let's just chat. You know, that kind of stuff. I feel like my GT, not GT, but this is not, I don't, and this, I'm not making this video to criticize all Guyanese, because not all of them are like that. Not all of us are like that. But they can be very ungrateful. Anyway, they want to say, oh, you went foreign. You went foreign. You could do this and you can do that. Oh my gosh, people. Stop doing that. Stop. Be more grateful. I'm sure that your family members and your friends, if you are a Guyanese person in Guyana and you're seeing this video, I'm not making it for you to feel bad, but I'm hoping that you would understand what I'm trying to say. If this is the kind of person that you are, you know, you're mad at people, you'd start talking down to people. Oh, she ain't fine and she can't send me this, and she must be doing bad, she living bad and all these kind of things. And that's not the case. You know, living in America or in any other industrialized country, it's not easy for a person that comes over here from a different country. You know, you have to work your way up, and in the process of working your way up, you encounter so many obstacles. It is not easy. And then it's like, okay, you know, you want to do this and you want to do that. You want to get to a position in life where you're able to take care of your family here, if you have a family here, or your family abroad, whether you're in Guyana or whether your family's in Guyana or in Jamaica or in Barbados or wherever you're from. And you're sitting at home, you're back in our home countries, and you're sulking up yourself and getting mad at someone because an event is coming, and you say, oh, send me a little money or send me a shirt or something. Like, and you don't, you know, you don't call and ask, you know, are you in a good, what's going on with you? Can you, you know, you don't ask what is the person's position first. You just jump in and say, oh, you know, this event coming up and I want to get an outfit and I want to do this and I want to do that. Send me a little fine change, and you get mad when they don't. Like, come on, you know, find out first. Stop being so ungrateful. I'm sure if you say thank you a little bit more, and if you show more that you care, like genuinely care about the well-being of whomever it is that lives in one of these more industrialized countries, if you show more that you care, you will get a lot more out of, you know, people that people, you will get a lot more out of people, out of your friends and family and stuff. You know, it's good to be grateful. I mean, imagine how God feels when, you know, we're praying to God, oh God, I need you to come through in this area in my life. I'm having so much difficulty, and you're crying and you're broken and you're hurt and all these kind of things, and eventually God comes through, because God does come through for us. And when he comes through for us, we just move on with our lives. And you don't even say, God, thank you so much. Can you imagine how God feels when we're not thankful for what he's done, whether it's small or big? I'm sure God hurts, but he loves us. And I'm not saying that I don't love the, you know, my Guyanese people. I love my Guyanese people, but you can't just focus on the good and not bring up the bad ways that we have, because our people have some very bad ways. Me included, I have some bad ways, and I'm praying and asking God to help me with my bad ways. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. I'm out. I love you. God loves you. Bye.